Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main man, your good brother, J News, with another edition of J News Japan. And I have finally done it, y'all. I have finally come around to it. 3 weeks worth of New Japan Strong, aka Road to Detonation, and beginning of the Detonation Tour. Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on NewJapanWorld.com. Let's get into it. First show I will be talking about was aired on Friday, November 27, 2020. Recorded at the LA Dojo Arena, let's call that, right? Match number 1, Clark Connors versus Logan Regal of the Regal Twins, 7 minutes and 47 seconds. With a good back and forth within New Japan Strong, they've created this feud between the Regal Twins, Logan and Sterling, and Clark Connors and the DKC. It seems that they are basically growing and evolving. I'm getting my phrases all messed up and things aren't coming to my brain. I need more brain food. Sorry, guys. In front of our eyes, guys are evolving and guys are growing and guys are becoming better in-ring performers. I have always talked glowingly about Clark Connors, and I have nothing bad to say about Clark Connors at all in this match. More of the same intensity, precision, and just downright strong style that he has learned in the LA Dojo from Shibata-san, up against the up-and-comers, one half of the Regal Twins, Logan Regal, who is the one half of the Regal Twins who has actually been more on New Japan Strong over the last several months. Good back and forth, like I stated here, but Clark Connors is obviously the more spotlighted talent, and he gets the win here via the Boston Crab. Clark Connors was flanked by the DKC at ringside, and Logan Regal flanked by his twin brother Sterling at ringside as well, to continue to draw on that storyline between all four men. Second match of this night on November 27th, we had a tag match, ACH and Juice Robinson versus Jordan Clearwater and Adrian Quest. For whatever reason, and I'll always state ways that I feel when it comes to watching certain talent. It always feels like it's been months since I've watched Adrian Quest in a New Japan ring, and the dude's solid. He's really fluid in the ring, and it's always cool to watch him. Still not not necessarily not a fan, but still not keen to Jordan Clearwater as of yet. ACH and Juice Robinson being the pros and veterans that they are in this match, going up against the young guys here. Even though Adrian Quest has been in the business for 11 years, it was more of a I think this was Juice Robinson's second match at New Japan Strong, to team him with ACH, giving ACH some more reps here. From a tag team standpoint, like all four competitors, were they fluid as a tag team? Not necessarily. No one necessarily looked impressive, but everybody got their shit in. If you guys get my point, the match went 8 minutes and 1 second. ACH won with a nasty looking vertical drop brainbuster on Adrian Quest to get the 1-2-3, and that was the end of that match. Then the third match of the night, which was the main event, it was a 8-man tag. It was members of Team Filthy, Danny Limelight, JR Kratos, Russ Taylor, aka Tyler Rust from NXT, and Tom Lawler, Filthy Tom Lawler, versus Jeff Cobb, now of the Empire faction, Rocky Romero of Chaos, PJ Black of ROH, and Fred Rosser, who has been biding his time here on NJPW Strong. This match went 11 minutes and 42 seconds. I saw more in this match out of Danny Limelight and I want to say Danny Limelight specifically on Team Filthy, and more from Fred Rosser and Rocky Romero here than Jeff Cobb or PJ Black. Good semblance from J.R. Kratos. Russ Taylor was definitely not a big part of this match, and Tom Lawler got his licks in. It was just more of a melee 8-man tag team match. It started wild, it ended wild, and at the end of it, Tom Lawler choked out Rocky Romero with the rear naked choke to get the win. And then after the win was over, after the match was over, the Team Filthy cut a promo in the back that didn't have any sort of relevance towards any future feuds. It was just them boasting about their victory and what they would be capable of in the future. Next show up, December 4th, 2020, Road to Detonation. First match, the DKC versus Sterling Regal. This was the other half and half of the 4-man storyline and feud that's been bubbling on New Japan Strong. 8 minutes and 22 seconds. The DKC actually looked more like a credible threat in this match here, I would say, and he also, in my estimation, was the one who was in control of the majority of the match. I would say for the first 5 minutes or so, and then Sterling Regal was able to make a comeback and sneak out a win with the inside cradle on the DKC to get the victory here. After the match was over, there was still more chitter chatter and pushing about between all 4 men. Clark Connors flanked the DKC to the ring, and obviously Brother Logan flanked Sterling to the ring. So this particular feud and storyline is far from over. Second match of the night, we had another rendition of Alex Zane versus versus All Heart, the Blake Christian. 8 minutes and 43 seconds. In this match, another high flying event. Straight innovation from Alex Zane and Blake Christian. I feel like they get asked to not to tone it down, but to slow down. I feel like I've seen their matches at a very higher pace before, and when I'm watching Alex Zane now, at least for the last month and a half on New Japan Strong, his matches have been incredibly slower, and I think it started when I noticed that match that Alex Zane had with PJ Black, and I feel like Alex Zane definitely has another gear, and so does Blake Christian. But this match was solid. It was good. 8 minutes 43 seconds. Alex Zane actually ended up winning this match with what they call a taco driver, or according to Alex Kozlov, the Crunchwrap Supreme, which is basically a backflip double knees to the back of his opponent from the top rope. But like I said, good, innovative, high-flying action from these gentlemen. Alex Zane is now also a part of the Performance Center in the WWE, along with Russ Taylor as well. Alex Zane has not appeared on TV as of yet, but Russ Taylor has. Like I said before, Russ Taylor is now Tyler Rust, who is a part of Tim Thatcher's Thatcher's Thatch Can wrestling school vignette crew. And he was I think Tyler also was this past week on NXT in a backstage segment with the former manager of those two Indian behemoths who were canned by the WWE, and he basically gave Tyler his business card and stuff like that. So it seems that Mr. Rust is not trusted with the microphone, so he'll be having a mouthpiece sometime soon. But these next couple of shows, I would say, between Alex Zane and Russ Taylor will be the last time that we'll be seeing them on New Japan Strong. Third match of the night. This was the main event of the night, a 5-man elimination tag team match. The rules of the match were as follows. You were eliminated either by pinfall, submission, or being thrown over the top rope. And this match went 13 minutes and 51 seconds. Within the first 2 minutes of the match, Hikuleo of the Bullet Club team, which included him, his two brothers, Tongaloa and Tamatonga, Kenta and Jay White. And the opposing team had ACH, Carl Fredericks, Brody King, David Finlay, and Juice Robinson in it. Hikuleo was thrown over the top rope by the amalgamation of the face group. Hikuleo was eliminated within the first 2 minutes of the match. And then the match went on for its duration until the last 2 minutes or so of the match, where a lot of different eliminations took place. Eventually, it was a wild one. Everybody, these matches are designed for everybody to get their shit in, but this match was also designed to create the storyline of Brody King getting a shot at Kenta to have that opportunity at the red briefcase for the rights certificate to the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship contract. Brody King ended up winning this match, hitting the Gonzo bomb on Kenta. He got the pin here. And everyone else was eliminated within the last 2 minutes of the bout. Then we have December 11th, this past Friday, Detonation Night 1 on the tour. We had the return tag match, the DKC and Clark Connors versus the Regal Twins, Sterling and Logan. 5 minutes and 11 seconds. This match, I think, I felt like it went too fast. With the amount of time that they've given these four gentlemen to create this feud or this storyline, it seems there's going to be more to it. Obviously, they're tied via the tag team stratosphere. They split via the single stratosphere. So there's more to come out of this feud and storyline. But everybody looks solid outside of Logan Regal. There wasn't really much Logan Regal did except for eating the pin on the inside cradle from the DKC. And Sterling Regal did the majority of the work, as Clark Connors still moving crisply, tenaciously, and ferociously in the ring, and the DKC being his usual loud and animated self, getting himself as over as he can with that pinning predicament. Second match of the night, 6-man tag team action. I thought they did away with Misterioso. I was wrong. Misterioso was involved in this 6-man tag, along with Finn Juice, David Finlay, and Juice Robinson against Bullet Club members Hikuleo, Chase Owens, and Tongaloa. 6 minutes and 25 seconds of 6-man tag action. Misterioso was in there. It just figured to be because David Finlay and Juice Robinson, during the time that the Detonation tour was taking place, the World Tag League was also taking place in New Japan proper. There's just no way David Finlay and Juice Robinson could eat a pin from a logistical standpoint during this match. So that's why Misterioso was in this match. Tongaloa hit the ape shit on Misterioso after the 6 minutes and 25 seconds to get the win. Not everybody got their shit in. Chase Owens didn't really do much in this match. Hikuleo had, I would say, the first 2 to 3 minutes or 1 to 2 minutes of the match to get it started. Juice had his flamboyant entrance. Misterioso was the one who ate the pin. David Finlay didn't really do much in this match. Third match of the night, ACH versus Tamatonga. 11 minutes, 12 seconds. Solid match between these two gentlemen. These two gentlemen know each other very well from both of their times in New Japan. ACH, before going to the WWE and joining NXT a couple of years ago, was a New Japan mainstay in the junior division, and Tamatonga, obviously a long tenured tag team wrestler. So these men know each other well, and they went at it. Good match. Tamatonga can definitely be a single star if he wants to be. Whether or not he wants to be is something that's going to be completely up to him. And coming off of seeing him win World Tag League over on New Japan proper with his brother, the singles thing is only really something that's being managed on New Japan Strong. Good back and forth between ACH and Tamatonga. ACH almost got the win here in solid fashion, but Tamatonga was able to squeak out a quick gun stun at the end of the match to get the win. Tamatonga wins. ACH takes the loss via the gun stun. Fourth match of the night, main event, best match of all the matches that I saw in the last 3 shows. We had a young lion, currently the injured Carl Fredericks, versus the Bullet Club's own Jay White. 11 minutes, 6 seconds of a tremendous back and forth between Fredericks and Jay White. Jay White said it best in his backstage promo after the win in this match. Carl Fredericks has a very high bar to leap over if he wants to be one of the main guys on the New Japan roster. Jay White has set a bar for the foreigners and gaijin wrestlers in New Japan that I don't think most people will be able to jump over or even touch due to the fast ascension of Jay White into the main event scene. But Carl Fredericks is heavily talented, very, very fluid in the ring. He's got good presence on the microphone too, and good presence in the ring as well. So I'm not going to cut him short. But Jay White, regardless of the fact if it's gimmick or not, it is a point of contention that Jay White made in that backstage promo after the win. Carl Fredericks has a pretty high bar and ceiling to touch here in order to even reach the stratosphere that Jay White is in. But a really, really good match, good back and forth, good physical wrestling here between the two. Jay White started the match as he usually starts the match, as he rolled out of the ring, and Carl Fredericks went after him, and that's what got the ball rolling. But Jay White said it in his post-match interview as well, that Carl Fredericks, even though he might have given him the slight, Carl Fredericks was definitely a challenge for Jay White. And that was a good thing, and you definitely saw it during the match. They played it out very well, and they both looked very, very good in this match. Jay White hit the Blade Runner after 11 minutes and 6 seconds to get the win here in the main event of this particular night of the Detonation Tour. Detonation Tour will continue next week on December 18th, Friday, 2020, on NewJapanWorld.com, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So stay tuned to that, folks, as well. Bit of New Japan proper news. New matches added to the Wrestle Kingdom 15 Night 1. So let me run this down for you guys. So as of right now, after El Phantasmo's win, back-to-back win of the Super J Cup 2020, El Phantasmo challenged Mr. Best of Super Juniors. He did not name or mention Hiromu specifically because obviously the Super J Cup was pre-taped God knows when. But it will be El Phantasmo versus Hiromu Takahashi at night 1, January 4th at Wrestle Kingdom. The winner of this match between El Phantasmo and Hiromu Takahashi will face Taiji Ishimori on night 2, January 5th for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Another match that was added, the clear match that was added, the World Tag League 2020 winners. The GOD, the Gorillas of Destinies. Ain't nobody realer than Gorillas. Tamatonga and Tonga Loa will face the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the Dangerous Techers, Tai Chi and Zack Sabre Jr. This match will be on night 1 on January 4th. Then we have the new special singles match, as my good brother, the one and only SP3 stated. He was afraid that this match might happen. I don't want to see it. I don't think any of us want to see it. But it'll be Hiroshi Tanahashi versus the Great Okan. If anybody can get a good match out of anybody, it's got to be the Ace. So let's see what the Ace can do with the Great Okan. And let's see how he can make him look at Wrestle Kingdom. This is a pretty big deal for Great Okan to have a special singles match at Wrestle Kingdom, being that he's only been on the main roster for the last 2 months. So this is a pretty big deal for him to be at Wrestle Kingdom, especially going up against Hiroshi Tanahashi. This guy is, from a backstage and reality standpoint, this has got to be a great honor for the Great Okan to be wrestling Hiroshi Tanahashi. And for Tana's role at this point is he's the gatekeeper, right? So he's either got to put the new guys over, or at least if he's not putting them over, he's making them look good in losses, so they can look as if they're going to be something great in the future. And then we have the matches that have already been announced. Kazuchika Okada will be going up against leader of the Empire Squad, Will Ospreay, and then the main event for night 1 will be Tetsuya Naito, the double champ, going up against Kota Ibushi. I have gone out on a limb and said that Kota Ibushi will beat Tetsuya Naito in night 1, and Kota Ibushi will then go on to night 2 and face Jay White and defeat Jay White as well, and go on a golden reign as the double champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm sure Gato will find a way to completely blow my fantasy booking, but that is what I want to see happen. No disrespect to my fearless leader of Los Ingobernables de Japón, but at this point, Tetsuya Naito and Kazuchika Okada have reigned supreme as champions on New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think it's time to hand the baton over to guys who have been in the limelight and have been waiting for that top spot and see what they can do with it. And Kota Ibushi is one of those wrestlers. Then to night 2, new matches added to night 2. Like I said before, Taiji Ishimori will be awaiting the winner of El Phantasmo versus Hiromu Takahashi. Then we have Jeff Cobb taking on Shingo Takagi for that never openweight championship. So that's going to be brewing. This is going to be a CBE, a certified banger extreme. So we'll be waiting on this one, and then we'll have the grudge match, the special singles match between my main man Sanada of Los Ingobernables de Japón against Evil of the Bullet Club. This is what we call in the old school a grudge match. 60-minute time limit. I want to see Seiya Sanada beat the living good Jesus out of Evil, just because of the way that he blew up during the last night of World Tag League and Best of Super Juniors. Something set him off, and I just loved watching Sanada just take everybody out. So I want to see more of that against Evil in night 2 on January 5th. And then obviously the preset match for night 2, which is Jay White awaiting the winner of the Ibushi versus Naito match in night 1. So that wraps it up for the day's news. Thank you for watching as always, folks. I appreciate y'all waiting on me to do these New Japan Strong reviews. I am completely caught up now, and so should you guys be. This will be out in the next couple of days. Thanks for holding me down. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. This has been your good brother, J News. Stay safe, be good to one another, and keep doing your best, y'all. Stay wrestling fans, folks. I'm about this. I'll see you on the flip. Peace.